I'm Robert de Koning. I'm born in Brugge, in Belgium, on 21st of December 1932. I joined the army in 1949, and I went to Korea in 1953, just as a squadron leader in Korea, section leader. I went to Korea in Korea Battalion in May 7th, 1953, and we departed to Korea in July 1953, just before the end of the war. We were held in Camp Drake in Tokyo until the armistice negotiations were closed. So I entered Korea after the war, so not in the war. So I entered in Korea in the 16th of, I left to Korea in the 16th of July. The armistice was on 27th of July, so we entered in Korea a few days later. We stayed first in Camp Drake, later on in Sasebo in Japan, and then in Korea. So I served on 11 months in Korea after the armistice, after the ceasefire. Nevertheless, we had a lot to do. We have to patrol, we have to look out, we have exercises, we are on the way every day. So we had a hard and rough time over there. But not the danger of the war. That's all I can tell about Korea.
Why you volunteered?
I volunteered because there was some of adventure for us. Korea was a country far away from us. We never thought we have the chance to go there. So that was a sort of adventure for the most of us. I was a young sergeant, a young military, so to see the world. Also, perhaps to help the Koreans. But it was not our first goal to help the Koreans. Only we look at it as an adventure, the most of us have to tell the truth. So is this. So that was the reason of why I went to Korea.
100 died.
That's correct.
3,172
I know.
served. That must have changed when you came back.
Of course, we saw a lot of misery. Our thoughts were wholly different of what when we left to Korea. When we left to Korea, we knew nothing about Korea, nothing. It's a country far away from us, unknowing the people over there. But when we came back, we knew the people of Korea. And we were very, very thankful to be for some help to the Korean people. Because I'm sure the Belgian troops over there helped the people there. There were a lot of courage again, and the people, they left us all the way. Even though when we turn back to Korea, we are always very welcome in Korea. All the veterans who are going there. I've been 4 times in Korea since the war, so I know what I'm talking about.
I was told about the Belgians never lost a position. Explain that a little bit.
I was not there at that moment.
Oh, yeah, yeah. But you heard about it.
No, of course. I heard the stories, of course. Yeah.
Well,
I know the history too. Yeah.
So what does that mean?
Well, I mean, for us, the Belgians were brave guys. No?
Especially about the artillery and parachutes, right?
No,
historically.
Yeah, but we didn't have parachutes in Korea, you know. We didn't have, but the story of the Belgian army, that is another side. There were good artillery, there were good parachute jumpers, yeah, of course. We were world champions many times for world champion for parachutes. Yeah, you can tell Louis was here, so he is one of them. Yeah.
And do you remember the saying, Belgians can do too?
Can do too, yeah.
What does that mean?
That does mean that we can do everything what another man did, another army did. But we are a small battalion. We were very few over there in as battalion. We needed the help of the Koreans even to make our battalion complete. We needed Koreans to serve with us. because there were not Belgians enough to have a full battalion over there.
How many is a battalion?
Yeah, a battalion was 800. I think we had the support of 40, 50 Koreans in our battalion serving. I think. I'm not sure of the amount, but I think that must be that. During the wars, the war we were there, yeah. Yeah.
Wow, Korean soldiers.
The
Katyusha.
Korean soldiers, yeah,
Katyusha.
serving with us, yes. Yeah. Also, there are many, 6 deaths among the Koreans who served with us. 6 casualties, yes.
Do you remember about the Korean civilians?
Of course. We have
After the
seen-
war doesn't mean armistice signed and everything is wonderful, right? That's when the country needs to rebuild, right?
Of course, yeah. We saw Korea, when we left Korea, Korea was flat, was just destroyed. Seoul, not much left in Seoul. So, no. When we left and we returned now, it's a lot of difference. Korea is a wonderful country at this moment. But the moment we left, it was destroyed, completely destroyed. And the people were poor, needed help from everywhere, from anyone. Yeah.
I am very interested in the armistice.
Uh-huh.
Do you remember reading about the armistice? Who signed it? Why did it? Do you remember a little bit?
And the signing was between the North Koreans and the Chinese, and the Americans, and among also van the UNO members. I don't think there were Belgians among them. It was mostly between the North Koreans, Chinese, and of course the Russians behind. And Russia was one of the supporters of North Korea. So on the other side, on our side, there was the Americans. They supported the South Koreans among the 23 other countries who helped South Korea. So, yeah, that is all.
Everyone must have been very happy that.
Of course, everyone was happy that the war ended, especially the people. Huh?
And you are very lucky.
I was very lucky.
Yes, you were very lucky.
I wanted to join the Korea battalion before, and a friend of mine came to my parents to ask if I could go with him, and my father said, "Oh, no, doesn't happen." But 1 year later, I joined anyway. Yeah, there was Gardijnen, that was the name of the man who came, was a friend of mine at home. Unfortunately, he died already. Yeah.
In the
No,
war?
not in the war, afterwards.
Okay, good. Okay, well, do you have anything that you'd like to share? Anything else?
No.
No?
I'm glad I have been in Korea. I am glad I could be for some help for the Korean people. And I'm glad I met Korean people because they are very friendly.
Well, thank you, Grandpa.
You're
I'm
welcome.
very grateful for you.